Hey there, what are you up to? Watching TV? Spy shows are really popular these days. Just ask your dad. But did you know that behind these shows are real-life stories? Let's discuss some real-life stories about how elite intelligence agencies operate. What famous American author was involved with the KGB? Who was the Indian spy that became a major in the Pakistani army? What weird relationship does Starbucks have with the CIA? All of that and more. First, you know what our spies tell us? That you haven't been watching our videos all the way through. Watch until the end and subscribe to our channel for more great content. The Indian spy who became a Pakistani major. You want crazy? We'll give you crazy. The story of Ravindra Kaushik has gone down as one of the wildest, yet saddest stories to come out of RAW. That's India's Research and Analysis Wing. Nicknamed Black Tiger by an Indian minister, Ravindra is an RAW legend and is often regarded as the country's greatest spy. With good reason, mind you. At just 23 years old, the agent infiltrated the Pakistani army under the name Nabi Ahmed Shakir. It was here he would gather crucial information and pass it on to Indian forces. A lover of acting and performing characters as a child, Ravindra went to great lengths in order to become a Pakistani soldier. This included learning the language of Urdu and even memorizing old Islamic texts. During his 8-year operation between 1975 and 1983, Ravindra worked his way up the ladder, eventually reaching the rank of major. Unfortunately, his run of success would fall flat when another Indian spy was captured by Pakistani forces. Under deep interrogation, the agent blew Ravindra's cover. Black Tiger was sentenced to life in prison, dying of heart disease in 2001 at just 49 years of age. KGB agents dressed up as firemen during the US Embassy blaze? Intelligence agencies are known to go to crazy lengths to retrieve information, and the KGB has certainly pulled its fair share of stunts. On an August evening in 1977, a fire mysteriously broke out in the US Embassy in Moscow. While nobody was killed, eyewitnesses were confused as to who the firemen were that put out the blaze. When Soviet fire brigades arrived at the scene, the US ambassador recalled being asked for access to the building's attic. The ambassador simply told them to let it burn, as that area of the building housed top-secret equipment and documents. Despite these efforts, the firefighters eventually entered. Under suspicion that several were KGB agents, US military personnel were sent to make sure they didn't remove any documents. One CIA agent even stood guard with a revolver tucked in his raincoat. Ernest Hemingway may have been recruited by the Russians. There's no doubt about it. Hemingway is one of America's most cherished literary minds. If there's one moral to this story, it's that you need to stick to what you're good at. Whilst it's normal for a novelist to move on to something like screenwriting, good old Ernie may have taken a different road. Due to his military service, as well as interest in foreign affairs, it's long been rumored that Hemingway has assisted in various American intelligence agencies. These include the OSS, FBI, and US State Department. But recent evidence has suggested that the Pulitzer Prize-winning author was indeed sought after by Russia's NKVD organization in 1940. Documentation shows the writer did indeed meet with a representative in New York City, where he signed an agreement and was given the codename Argo. I think Black Tiger still sounds better. While it's likely they wanted him due to his popularity and influence in American culture, it's unclear what Ernest's objectives would have been. It's likely that Stalin's regime wished to gather information in the event of a future war with Allied forces. This is something Ernest would have been perfect for. While evidence shows he agreed to work for the Soviets, he didn't disclose any information. A quick change of heart? Who knows? By the way, if you want to hear more about stateside law enforcement, check out our video on things you never knew about the FBI. There's a Starbucks at the CIA headquarters. How many of you have given your barista a fake name to write on the side of your cup? While you may do this for fun, it's protocol for the Starbucks at the CIA headquarters. Agents ordering lattes might give made-up names to protect their identities from civilian baristas. While this seems like a simple procedure, it's anything but. All Starbucks employees are required to go through rigorous background checks before their hiring. Customers aren't even allowed to use credit or reward cards for fear that their personal information may be leaked onto an online database. Getting Wi-Fi at Starbucks is difficult enough. God only knows how bad it is there. The CIA hired the Mafia. It's great that Starbucks is available at headquarters. You would need a heck of a lot of caffeine to come up with this idea. Actually, was Starbucks even around in the 1960s? Bad joke, I guess. During the Cold War, one of the United States' primary objectives was to take down Cuban communist leader Fidel Castro. The government was so eager to take action that they allegedly approached Chicago mobsters Sam Giancana and Johnny Roselli to help assassinate the dictator. I know an attempt by the American Mafia to assassinate a foreign leader sounds insane. It was actually the stuff of legend up until 2007, when documentation surfaced confirming the claim. As it turns out, the mafiosos would team up with Cuban exile Tony Verona in Miami. From here, they would launch countless attempts at killing Castro. These included bombs, shootings, boat raids, and even poison. Castro seemed immune to each attack and went on to live until 2016, where he died at age 90. MI6 agents don't have a license to kill? You have heard about the famous license to kill, haven't you? It's when a government gives employees the authorization to use lethal force. Whilst the term has become synonymous with James Bond films and British intelligence as a whole, agents in the service of Her Majesty the Queen are apparently not allowed to take a life. Over the years, the agency has made an effort to shake this image, making it clear that murder is not a part of their operations. However, information has surfaced that directly contradicts this claim. In 2012, an article was released emphasizing the 1994 Intelligence Services Act. Section 7 of the Act states that agents can in fact be authorized to murder, kidnap, torture, and bribe subjects when needed. The document also suggests that agents will be protected if ever forced into these situations. James Bond was partially inspired by a Canadian spy. While we're on the topic of MI6, let's take a second to discuss cinema's most famous secret agent. Ian Fleming's 007 book series has lived a fine legacy. As the popularity of his works have grown, so has the list of figures who have potentially served as inspiration for Bond. While several names have been thrown into the hat, none have come up as frequently as Sir William Stephenson, a pilot-turned-spy from Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's like his life is a movie on its own. Stephenson, a veteran of World War I, would find a career as the head of the British Security Coordination. It was here he became crucial in delivering secrets between President Roosevelt and Winston Churchill during the Second World War. William's legacy in the world of espionage is so deeply respected that many are positive he played a role in the creation of Fleming's iconic character. CIA operative Cord Hart, who knew Stephenson personally, stated his friend was, without a doubt, the inspiration for Bond. Codenamed Intrepid, Stephenson was known to have a smooth and relaxed demeanor, as well as an affinity for martinis.
Oh, that's stirred, not shaken. That was right.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
Whether he liked them shaken or stirred is unclear. His regimental number, 700758, is rumored to have inspired 007. Although many experts claim Bond's code number was really inspired by John Dee, a 16th century advisor to Queen Elizabeth I. While Ian Fleming never confirmed whether this was true or not, he admitted that while Bond is indeed a romanticized character, Stephenson was the real thing. The CIA's heart attack gun. As you could imagine, the CIA's list of sophisticated weapons and gadgets is one that expands longer than our grasp. But none spell out quick death quite like the heart attack gun. Like some of the other topics on this list, this was never common knowledge until a dramatic revelation. After Nixon's impeachment in 1974, United States Congress launched a 9-month investigation of the CIA. This was done out of concern that they had abused their powers under Nixon's administration. Among several revelations made, investigators found that the CIA was using an assassination weapon known as a heart attack gun.
Does this pistol fire the dart?
Yes, it does, Mr. Chairman.
Here's how it worked. The CIA would fill a dart with a quick and painless poison. They would then load the dart into a modified Colt 1911. When attempting to assassinate an individual, the gun would be aimed at the target's chest. Once fired, the dart would move at a high speed, piercing the person's clothes and entering the body. It would then quickly melt, allowing the poison to take over and kill them instantly. Pretty scary, isn't it? What's even freakier is that the poison was almost untraceable. Only a tiny red dot would remain from the entry wound. The victim would be made to believe they simply died of a heart attack. Would you have the guts to join an intelligence agency? Let us know in the comment section. And don't forget to hit the bell to subscribe for more great content from your bestie. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Curiosity. Wait, why not fulfill your curiosity by watching these other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or the right video and enjoy.